All right, welcome everyone to today's Ninja Skill Booster, getting our 2026 kickstarted. Let's set up this year for success, for making it meaningful. Thank you for joining us today. If you're watching the recording, someone's just asked about the recording in the chat. Yes, we will share a recording. If you're watching the recording, thank you for watching the recording. I hope this is helpful. There's a link. I'm going to put a link in the chat now. If you're watching the recording, the link is either on the blog post where you found it. This is the link to the blog post, or below in the YouTube comments. I'll put the link down there. On that page, you can download the PDF for today, the PDF, which is going to guide us through a process. So once again, welcome. I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands that we're all coming from today. I'm coming from Guringai country, the northern beaches of Sydney. So we're going to do some work today together. There's time to do some thinking, some planning. For those of you that haven't joined me before, welcome to our 2026 of becoming a productivity ninja. My name is Matt. I own Think Productive Australia and have a team of ninjas that work with me here. We love helping you get more fulfillment out of your work. We love helping you reduce your stress. It is my passion to help make the world a better place by helping you in work. That also helps in life. So Think Productive, we're a global company. Our head office is in the UK. We're on a mission. We're creating a work revolution where everyone loves Mondays. That's how we summarize what we do. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for saying good morning in the chat. It's lovely to see all these comments coming through. The book, How to Be a Productivity Ninja, was written by our founder in the UK, Graham Alcott. Beautiful book. Many of you have read it, I know, but there might be some new people here. So, how do we do this? How do we create a work revolution where everyone loves Mondays? Well, we offer a whole lot of different services. Feel free to get in touch to talk about these. We do in-house workshops for our clients where we come in and work with your teams, work with your business. Keynotes, if you just want shorter things for conferences. We do coaching when there's one-on-one sort of coaching scenarios where we can help. Conference keynotes, conference workshops, public workshops. Lots of work we do there to support, and that's the business side of things. And then we do a whole lot of stuff for free. Today, you're doing our Ninja Skill Booster, one of our free offerings that just helps us share our passion. We put lots of stuff in our blog, on our newsletters, we do media appearances and lots of articles around this space. And we also have a people professional think tank. If you're a people professional, learning development, HR in the C-suite, or a team leader or an EA to any of those people, let us know and you can join us for our people professional think tanks. They're invite only, they're smaller groups, similar to these, but they're more of a Zoom meeting where we chat and we share. And that's what we do. So I just wanted to share that with you all. You can learn a lot about what we do by downloading our brochure from the home page of our website. So from thinkproductive.com.au. I'll just put that in the chat for you as well. On the homepage of our website, this is our brochure. It says download our info pack on the website there. That'll give you lots more information about everything we do. Now, the winners from December, many of you know I love to give away prizes. Here are the winners from December. I'll be sending you your free tickets today to our public workshop, The Way of the Productivity Ninja, on the 4th of February. So congratulations, yay. All right, let's get started. Today, we're going to do some reflection and some reviewing. How was 2025? How was it for us? I know globally, I know societally, it was tough. It was a tough year for many, many, many people. It's crazy out there. So yeah, let's reflect and review on it from a personal level. We'll do some planning for 2026. Let's talk about our inner ninjas, how to make the most of this inner strength that we have. And reminder, big part of what we do is reminding that we're humans. We're not superheroes. So here's the page for today. This is available on the website. You don't need to download this. You don't need to print it, but it's there for you if you want to go back and have a look at it. There's the link again to the blog post that has that there as a downloadable. But let's get into some work. Let's get working today. Let's get thinking. We need to start with some reflection. So we're going to start by having a think. The way this is going to work, I'm going to walk you through different parts of this worksheet today and then give you a couple of minutes to actually do the thinking. So we're going to start by reviewing 2025. How was it? What were the highlights? What are you most proud of? What surprised you the most? And then some learnings from 2025. What can we learn? Where did we make mistakes? Where did we make issues? Now, there's not much room on this sheet to write. That's why I think you're better off just having a piece of paper or a journal beside you. And then taking those learnings into 2026, what would you like more of in 2026 and what would you like less of in 2026? So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes now to do some thinking and I'm going to play some music. So 2 minutes, think through these beautiful prompts to just reflect on 2025 and then what would you like more or less of? Okay, just a couple of minutes. Go for it. 1 minute. So reflect on the year, see if you can think back through what happened, highlights, learnings. It sets a good foundation for us moving forward to 2026. Another 50 seconds. 30 seconds to go. Make sure you do the more or less for 2026. What would you like more of in 2026? And what would you like less of? The way I like to think about these less ofs is almost like rules of life for 2026. How can we have some better boundaries? All right. Feel free to share any of that in the chat. Let's start with what would you like more of in 2026? I'd love, oh, thanks. Abby, you've already read my mind. What would you like more of? Pop it in the chat. I would like more guitar playing. That's why I've decided to play the guitar in the breaks today. Let's see what you've all got there. Thank you, Rachel, Cecilia. This is gonna, because we can copy, we can borrow. More fun and adventure, more time in the ocean, more me time. I'm going to read some of these out for the recording. More systems that hold and support me at work and at home. More proactiveness, less reactiveness. Nice. More movement, more time for music, Sky. Did you guys hear the guitar okay? Just let me know if you could hear the guitar okay, yes or no, in the chat. It was just, you couldn't hear it. Oh, thanks, Deb. I'll make sure I put it a bit closer to the microphone next time. All right, good job. Let's keep going. Thanks for letting me know you couldn't hear the guitar. I thought it was beautiful. Okay, that's beautiful. Thank you. Now let's move on. Moving down this sheet, getting a bit more detail now into 2026. Imagine you're at the end of 2026. Now, how would we? We're here to kickstart our 2026. So imagine you're at the end. Reflect back on the year. What would have made it good? How would you describe the year to a friend if it was fantastic? What do you want to achieve this year? Is there a motto or a phrase that encapsulates what the year was like for you? I see mastery there in the chat. That's a great word, Tan. More leadership mastery. You might come up with a word of the year while you think about this, or a phrase for the year. The year of self. All right, everyone, let's go. 2 more minutes. I'll move the microphone a little bit here. 2 minutes, go. All right, that's 1 minute. Looks like the guitar's not coming through. Zoom's wanting to filter that out. Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, 1 more minute to go. Think about 2026. Have you come up with a word for the year, a motto for the year? Keep journaling, just keep free writing. The year of the future. Oh, I like that. 30 seconds to go, everyone. Thank you for sharing this in the chat as well. Transformation, accomplishment. There's some great words coming through here. Anything specific that you want to have achieved, get to that level of specificity here as well for 2026. This is your blueprint for the year. This can be your guiding light. Check in with your heart. What do I want in my heart? What do I want to be feeling? All right, that's 2 minutes. Good job, everyone. There's a lot of great stuff in the chat there. From specific stuff like mastering our new website design platform to nurture and balance, work-life balance, self-care, development of AI tools. There's so much going on here. Great. All right, so let's take a deep breath together. All right. Setting ourselves up for success now. You've got your plan, you've got your goal set there. You know where you want to be heading. Now let's think about just how to get there. These are our 9 productivity ninjas for those of you that have never seen these before. I know most of you probably have. We're going to look at just 4 of these today. We're going to use the power of 4 of these today: stealth and camouflage, mindfulness, preparedness, human, not superhero. These 9 ninjas give us a framework to plan our day, plan our week, plan our life. So let's look at stealth and camouflage. Stealth and camouflage is about finding time to get the deep work done, finding time to hide. So we're not constantly distracted. We live in an age of constant distraction, unable to see the screen. Can other people see the screen? Yes, they can see it. I can see it. Okay. All right. Thanks. Had a little freak out there. Thought I wasn't sharing my screen. Okay. So stealth and camouflage is about finding time to get deep, get that focus happening, block out the distractions, turn off the phone, turn off the notifications. But something interesting I heard recently, there was some research done that showed about half of our distractions are not caused by external forces. About half of our distractions when we're working are from our own brain. Interesting, that one. So we need to also have better systems, better planning, so our brain's not so full. We talk about the brain dump in our training. So for this, let's have a think about how we're going to plan some time to get stuff done. Let's plan some time now for the 1 or 2 weeks ahead to get this year set on a good foundation. Let's catch up on those emails. Let's plan some time to regroup as a team. Let's plan some time to do more of this setup. more of this reviewing, planning, goal setting, and really important, plan a time for a regular weekly review. So the exercise for now in this session today is to block out some time to think and plan. So for the next couple of minutes, have a look at your calendar now and block out some planning time. We're not actually doing the planning in this little exercise, but we're making the time to do it. One of those key things to do it is the weekly review. Make sure you have time for the weekly review blocked in there. I love doing it on Friday mornings. Block out an hour every Friday mornings. Every Friday morning. We've got other webinars about weekly reviews. Block out an hour there to get that done. All right. So have a look through your calendar now and just plan a couple of thinking sessions. Block out the time. This won't take you 2 minutes. One of these chunks might be called inbox to zero. One of these chunks might be called team connection. Or it might even be to a chunk might be to plan the team connection because planning team connection is takes time. When's everyone available? What does everyone want to do? And that weekly review. It's also a good idea to block out time at the start of each day for your daily checklist, for your daily startup. You might put just 15 minutes in there at 9 a.m. every day to remind yourself to do the daily checklist. Block out some meeting free time. Thanks, Debbie. Debbie's mentioned that they have meeting free Fridays. Some meeting free time is really important. If your organization or your team doesn't have that, just block out some time for yourself. That is your meeting free time. Block it out. This is creating space. One of the key things we want to be doing is creating space for ourselves to think and plan, and then creating space to actually get the work done. All right, let's move on. Keep the conversation flowing in the chat there. I won't be able to keep up with all of it, but keep it flowing. That's great. Now, one of the things we talk about in our ninja training is the boss and the worker in our brain. So this is just a little reminder about this concept. In our brain, we have the boss and the worker. The boss does the work. Sorry, the worker does the work. The boss does the planning, the prioritizing. So we love this concept of boss thinking. When we've got the worker and the boss happening at the same time, it's very hard for our brain. What this looks like is I'm trying to focus on some work and I have this thought, oh, don't forget that meeting this afternoon I need to plan for. Don't forget that presentation next week. Don't forget this. That's our voice coming in and being annoying. So what we need to do is give this boss voice some time. Boss thinking is critical. All we need to do to make boss thinking super powerful is make sure we're stopping the work, create the space. So on the cheat sheet for today, you'll see the daily checklist. So there's a bigger version of this daily checklist also downloadable from that blog post that I put in the chat earlier. There it is again. The second thing there is the daily checklist. This daily checklist is a perfect way. We go through this in our productivity ninja workshops. Beautiful way to start your day. Boss thinking at the start of the day. So maybe block some time in your calendar for this. 5, 10, 15 minutes at the start of every day. When can you do this boss thinking? If you do this at the start of your day will be completely different to if you don't do this. You will be so much more focused, so much more in the zone. How do I know this? Because some days I do it and some days I don't. And the days I don't do it, I'm like a leaf blowing in the wind. The days I do it, I am totally focused on these 5 priorities. To me, the most important thing on this sheet are the 5 priorities. Set those 5 priorities for the day, and they are like a lighthouse that keep you on track when everything else wants to take you off course. So this is a more of a reminder that this daily checklist is a super powerful tool. All right. Let's move on to some mindfulness now. Ninja mindfulness. This is stepping back. I like to think of this as self-awareness. So another activity for you. We're at the bottom of the sheet now. I know we're moving through this quite quickly today. You can come back and do some more journaling, do some more thinking on this. But thinking about mindfulness, it's good to think about what help might I need? What help might you need in 2026? Who can you ask for help? And then who might you be able to help? How can you reach out? Supporting others is a lovely way to bring some love, bring some kindness to the world as well. So let's have a look at this one. I'll give you a couple of minutes to do this one as well. What help do you need? Who can you ask for help? There's another activity here from your bucket list if you have one, or just what's one big thing you'd love to achieve that might feel a little crazy? Just for fun, put that in that box there as well, or write that one down. What's one item for your bucket list you'd love to achieve, or a dream? All right, I'm going to stop talking for the next 1 minute because we're going to run out of time. So off you go. What support is going to help you? Who can help you? And who can you help? If you're helping others, it brings more energy to your life, your day, your work. Connecting more. If we bring this into the work, I get more life focused when I start thinking about these kind of goals and things, but keeping it focused on work, which is the work we do mostly at Think Productive, reaching out to colleagues, cross team collaboration, cross team support, and even just going and meeting people in the office. So many of our clients we work with, there's disconnect in the office these days due to hybrid working, that people are not there at the same time. They don't know who's in finance or marketing or sales or research and development anymore. So sometimes the help might just be reaching out to strangers in the office. You might be able to organize some speed dating or networking in the office. Not actual speed dating, speed meeting. And then the bucket list idea. Okay. So thank you, Rachel, for mentioning the Hassle book in the chat there. Rachel shared that this Hassle book is a concept we talked about once. It's not part of our official ninja training, but Rachel's got this Hassle book that sits next to them on the desk there. When anything comes into your brain, just jot it down. Jot it down. Don't let, if anything's hassling you, if anything's ruminating in the brain, just put it on that list. Get it out of the brain, out of the brain dump process. And then you can add it to your daily checklist, daily review every morning and say, how am I going to deal with these things? How do they fit into my priorities? And the final thing is don't forget to breathe. Let's do a little breathing together. You can follow the graphic here. It's a little bit fast. Just close your eyes if you like for the next 30 seconds and take a few deep breaths. A lovely way to feel energized, grounded. There's been a lot of brain work in that 30 minutes we've done together there, that 26 minutes of work. Don't forget to breathe. Bring this into your day as well. We'll talk about human, not superheroes shortly. Right now, actually. Graham and his nutritionist wrote a wonderful book called How to Have the Energy. In this book, lots of nutrition comments and lots of reminders on how to eat well. But it's also to this concept of human, not superhero. Move your body, make it fun, take those breaks. Don't forget to eat well, drink well, all these kind of things. So, human, not superhero is all about remembering this body that we're in. this beautiful miracle, this beautiful machine that we've got here that none of us would be clever enough to design. Look after it. That's going to help. It's going to make a big difference. All right, we've done a lot today already. I know many of you are going to have to leave. So thank you so much for coming. You can stay on and we can chat a bit further. If you want to stay on and keep chatting in the chat, please do. We've got great stuff coming up. We've got our Way of the Productivity Ninja public workshop on the 4th of Feb. We've got 6 weeks the Ninja starting on the 12th of Feb. And we've got some beautiful new workshops. We launched these ones last year, Thriving Teams in Tricky Times, Cracking the Engagement Puzzle. Great stuff there. Lots of new workshops always coming. So keep an eye on our newsletters and our website. Stay in touch, everyone. We have a prize, so don't leave. We have a giveaway. I'm just going to stop the recording. So thank you for watching this recording. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Let's have a beautiful 2026 together.